Good morning. Come on in, cousins. Come on in, family. Good morning. Good morning. The real two Chris. Good morning. Diva Greeny 63. Good morning. Shauna. Good morning. Native Black Queen. Good morning. Monroe Wright. Good morning. The Heart of Jenna. Good morning. Odessa Bakery. Good morning. Good morning, cousins. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning for Shells Bells. Rebecca 1232. Six the hard way. Only for one. Good morning, y'all. Hey, everybody. Sean, let me tell you something, girl. You all right with me? Hey, Van. Hey, May. Good morning. Brittany, good morning. Good morning, cousins. I love y'all. Good morning, cousins. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Instagram. I love y'all. Truly. Jasmine, good morning. Go to your dental appointment. All right. I'm not gonna put you in ISIS. Thank you for coming in to tell us that you'll be missing. We're praying for you at your dental appointment. We love you and we'll miss you today. I love all of you. Stoney, thank you for the badge. Good morning. I love y'all. I just want to love on y'all this morning. I just want to tell y'all that like I really appreciate y'all. And not just because y'all show up for me, but because you show up for me. Yes, and I love y'all because y'all show up for yourself. I love y'all because you're committed to staying the course. I love y'all because y'all are committed to the Lord. I love y'all because y'all want to show up for yourselves. And it's inspiring and it's encouraging to me. If y'all didn't show up, I don't think I would show up, right? I would have every excuse not to show up. Good morning, Kendall. I would say, well, God, ain't nobody showing up, so why should I? And I'm really blessed by y'all. Latanya, I'm really blessed by y'all. Y'all don't play about me either, and I don't play about y'all either, right? I really do. It's my heart's desire to cover every one of you in whatever capacity that I'm told to cover you guys in. And honestly, I want to do that and more. I'm limited, but don't we know that we serve a limitless God? So my best offering to you is to point you back to Jesus at all cost. Hey, Shatora. Hey, Sonya. You know what I mean? Like I love y'all so much that I will go to the edge of the earth um for you, right? If I have it, y'all got it. But more important, silver and gold I may not have all the time, but I have Jesus, and I can give you my testimony. I can share with you my journey and how God has brought me through. And because I know that He's brought me through, I know that He's either bringing you through or you've already been brought through too. But I know one thing for sure, two things for certain: we ain't left at the pool of Bethesda. Ain't none of us left behind. Listen, since God has given me this charge in January, I know that lives have been changed. Mine, right? I know that I'm standing in my suddenly. And I know that because of the favor and grace that's on my life, anything and everything attached to me will win. And I know that y'all have favor over y'all life, so anything attached to y'all will win. And so we just a whole group of winners. You hear me? I know that a lot of times people say, well, all you want to teach about and all you want to preach about is God's blessing and God blessing, and you don't ever really want to talk about fire and brimstone, or you don't ever want to talk about sin. And I'm like, people know, you know what's wrong, right? But what people have a hard time seeing is that God will still show up for you. Sinners we are, He will still show up for me, right? The righteous falls 7 times. That I'm not perfect, but God will still show up for me. That I'm flawed, that I'm trying and I'm doing the best I can. But God will still show up for me. That I don't have to try to go and make myself perfect. That God will still take me just in my muck and my dirt, right? And He will still take me, and then He will perfect me. So let me give y'all song real quick before I get too far into it, because now I'm excited. Because man, he's so good. I got good news this morning. And I'm trying to contain myself. But listen, I want to run and leap all over this house. Matter of fact, after I get off this class, I'm finna run and leap, because the exciting part is I got good news, and I know your good news is either coming or it's already came. Come on, it's coming or it's already here. Hello, 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 and how are you? Mighty fine, I'm fine, mighty fine, I'm fine, mighty fine, and you are too. Hello, 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 and how are you? Mighty fine, I'm fine, mighty fine, I'm fine, mighty fine, and you are too. Hey, hello, 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 and how are you? Mighty fine, mighty fine, mighty fine, and you are too. I got it 3 times. Y'all got it thrice. Y'all got it thrice. Y'all got it thrice. Listen, good news, good news, good news. I'm telling you, it is upon us. It is upon us. That's suddenly. Baby, we've been professing Amos 9, 13, and 15 this whole month. And because we have been declaring that thing, I'm telling you, God's word has to go out. It's got to grab that thing, and it cannot come back void. This is why I have been telling y'all from day one, watch your mouth. Watch your words, right? Your words have to be in alignment with what the truth is. You can't say one thing and then in a whole nother sentence, you're contradicting yourself. What does Amos 9, 13, and 15 say? I'm gonna wait for y'all, and I want y'all to type it out to the best of your ability. Don't copy and paste. Tell me what it says, and we're gonna read it together. When I see the first message come up, we're gonna read it together. Amos 9, 13 to 15. Because I've been telling y'all, we got a suddenly happening. We got a suddenly that's happening. That suddenly is right now. And those of you that are like, well, my suddenly ain't here, or my suddenly took too long. I'm telling you, suddenly is upon us, baby. It is UPON. It is upon us. Suddenly, it won't be long now. Come on. It won't be long. By God's decree. I love it. I love it. This is where we are. By God's decree, it won't be long now. It's going to happen so fast. It's going to make your head swim. Blessing on blessing. Blessing on blessing. Yeah, we know that the other stuff will happen, but if we focus on the blessing on blessing, that other stuff that comes to distract us won't take us out. It's not gonna take us out anyway, but it won't have a chance to put doubt in our heart. Blessing on blessing, pouring like fine wine. He said it's gonna be so much one on the heel of another that it's gonna be hard to keep up. It's gonna make your head swim. Come on, 6 the hard way. Come on, it's gonna make your head swim. He said he's gonna make it right again. God is making it right again season. Like if you're in your God is gonna make it right again season, I just need you to put some fire emojis down there. I don't care what your eyes see. I don't care what you woke up this morning and you felt like, man, it just ain't happening. If you believe in it and you declaring it and you decreeing it, I need you to put some, come on, YouTube. I need you to put some fire emojis in there. He making it right again. This is my right again season, baby. This is my right again season. We're gonna come from Matthew 14, 25, and 31. I'm truly excited because suddenly, this is your suddenly season. The other day I told y'all, God told me my testimony will be that was easier than I thought. He told me that Monday. Your testimony is going to be that was easier than I thought. God, that was easier than I thought it was. I thought it was going to take a long time, or I thought it was going to be painful. God, you really are for me. You showed me signs. Come on. He showed me signs that he was with me. My prayer was, God, take it easy on me. I feel like I've been through enough, right? I feel like I've learned that lesson now. Now only you can determine whether I've learned that lesson. But God, like if I got to vote in it, I feel like I've learned that lesson. And so God, take it easy on me. And so I stand in agreement that my testimony will be that was easier than I thought. I won't get distracted. I won't get distracted by what's happening. I won't get distracted by all the things that are around me. So Matthew 14:25-31 says, shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake, walking on the water. Jesus is like, I got to get there. So I'm not going around. I'm just going to go. I'm not going around. I'm just going to go through it. I'm not going around. I'm just going to go through it. Right? Because going around is going to take a lot longer. Going around is going to prevent me from learning something. I'm just going to go through it because I know that God is going to be with me. So I'm just going to go through it. The people was terrified. He's like, y'all, come on now. Come on now. Jesus said, take courage. Take courage, May. I know what it looks like. I know you woke up to emails. I know you woke up to phone calls. I know you woke up to work. I know you woke up to the same thing that's been on your mind. I know you woke up to, the stuff that you're dealing with. I know you woke up to pressure. I know that I know what it is. He said, but take courage. Take courage. Don't be afraid. Take courage. Don't be afraid because we've already declared that this is our suddenly. Take courage. Don't be afraid because by God's decree, it won't be long now. Take courage. Don't be afraid, Shamber, because it's going to happen so fast. It's going to make your head swim. Go back and look again. This time, open your spiritual eyes and see. Like Elisha, God, open his eyes and let him see. Open his eyes and let him see that he's surrounded. He's surrounded by protection. He's surrounded by an army that's vindicating him. That he ain't got to fight this fight. Open up Kendall's eyes and let her see. Then listen, she ain't got to stand in this alone. She's not standing in this alone. Go look again. It won't be long now. So I need you to stay in a place where, God, you're going to do it, and I know you're going to do it. God, I'm praising you. I know that sometimes my stomach gets a rumbling, and I get these bubble guts, and I get nervous because now my thoughts are telling me all these other things, and that's contrary to what I've been declaring. But God, I'm just going to hold on. So Jesus, if it's you, call for me. If it's you, call for me, right? Like if you gonna show up for me, like Gideon, if you gonna be with me, then give me the signs. Call for me. And so he says to you, hey Doug, he says, yo, come, Sonia, come. Okay. And your only response is, okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes on you. I'm not going to get distracted by what people are saying about me. I'm not going to stop in the middle of my walk with you to say, you a lie. That is not true. That is not what happened. You're not going to talk about me like that. That's not true. I'm just going to keep my eyes on you. Right? I'm not going to stop and say, oh my gosh, like I'm keeping my eyes on you, God, but it feels like this Spectrum bill is keeping its eyes on me. Right? I'm not gonna say I'm gonna keep my eyes on you, God, but yo, like I'm tired of having migraines. I'm tired of having this illness, right? God, like it feels like this thing is just trying to break me, right? I'm not gonna say I'm gonna keep my eyes focused on you and still give everything else as much attention or equal attention. I'm going to keep my eyes focused on you. And as a matter of fact, I'm not going to give those things any of my attention, because what's going to happen is the enemy is trying to convolute my mind. He's trying to give me enough distractions. He's trying to tell me, hey, you're not good enough. Hey, you're going to lose this. Hey, you're in this alone. The enemy going to enemy. And he's going to fight hard because he knows, baby, that's suddenly coming. And when I tell you I got a testimony, when I tell you I got to shout, because the enemy don't want me to tell you how good God is. He don't want you to witness it, because baby, he know when we stand 10 toes down, that's it. That's all. There's nothing I told God this morning, I said, yo, you don't play about me and I don't play about you. Ain't nobody gonna run me away from you. There's nothing that's gonna run me away from you. It ain't a person on this planet that will tell me that you don't love me, that you don't like me, that you don't want to deal with me, that I'm an embarrassment to you. Ain't nobody on this planet will run me away from my God. And I will scream at the mountaintops, from the mountaintops, to tell y'all how good he is. I don't care if you don't like the way I look while I'm doing it. I don't care if you don't like the way I sound while I'm doing it. I don't care if you don't even agree with what I'm doing. You will not run me away from my God. Period. You don't hold my future in your hands. You don't get to detail my participation with my God. Good morning, Daddy. So come. Then Peter got down out the boat. He started walking on water. Don't that sound like us? We start to walk. We be like, okay, God, my faith is up. All right, God, you know, I feel it. I feel you. I feel you, God. Okay, you with me? Hey, I'm going to do this thing. All right, things are starting to happen on my behalf. Things are starting to move just the way I want them to. Thank you, God. You showed up for me. My God, I'm keeping my eyes on you. Then a wind blows. Then we get some distracting news. Or we had heard somebody said. Or God decides to shift our path. And so now, instead of going down a smooth road, now we got to go down a little rugged road a little bit. I grew up in Terry, Mississippi, and there's a road called Dry Grove Road. My mama's hair salon was on it. And I'm going to tell y'all, up until I was an adult, that thing was a gravel road. It was a dirt road. And then they put gravel on it. They made it gray, right? And I wish my dad knew how to comment in Instagram because he could clarify. I think right now it's a blacktop. I think they finally put a blacktop. But when you go down those gravel roads, you know, sometimes there's a little turbulence, right? It's just a little turbulent, right? Sometimes there's a little pothole. And because we live in the country, the city ain't coming out to fix potholes all the time. Sometimes, here's a word for you. Sometimes it takes people in the community to get together and fill those potholes. Sometimes it takes two or more. And sometimes you got to do it by yourself. You got to go and fix that pothole. But it gets a little turbulent, right? It gets a little rocky. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. You're going to get where you're going. You're going to get where you need to be. Don't try to take an alternate route, because going through that alternate route is going to prolong the situation, because now there is a road that you could have went down. You could have gone straight down Tank and you can loop around. Now that road is smoother, but it's going to take you about 20 minutes out the way and you got to come on back around again. What am I saying? The shortcut isn't worth it, or going around trying to circumvent it isn't worth it. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Don't get distracted. The wind comes, the noise comes, the people come, the bills come, the things come, the lies come, the hurt comes. It's gonna come. But if you start to focus more on that than keeping your eyes, you'll be like Peter. Then Peter started to sink, and he began to cry out, Lord, save me. Oh, this feels like me. This feels like me. God, save me. Like, don't you see me struggling? Save me. Save me. Like this is too much. God, listen, I don't know if I want to be one of your strongest soldiers. I promise you I don't, because this is too hard. Get somebody else to do it. Not me, not Because this is too much. I know you say you won't put too much on me or more than I can bear, but God, can I have a input? I feel like I can't bear it. And so we start to sink, and we're like, yo, God, save me. Here it goes. Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and called him. Immediately, Shamber, God has already caught you. CAUGHT. He's already caught you. May immediately. He said he ain't let you just sink. I know it feels like, yeah, but my head is below or water. Like I'm bobbing over here. Like I feel like I'm drowning. But the Bible says that he did it immediately. Whose word are you gonna stand on? Your physical eyes are saying that I'm sinking, but God said immediately, suddenly. It feels like you're sinking because perhaps you took your eyes off of him. Perhaps you got distracted by everything else. Perhaps you gave your attention to everything and everybody else instead of keeping your eyes on him. Perhaps you got out of your routine and out of your practice of going to the Father and praising and sitting with him and meditating on his word. Perhaps you said, well, God, I'm in a good place, so I ain't got to go and I ain't really got to talk to you that much. Like I'll pray and my prayer be like, thank you for this food, God bless you. Or my prayer be like, God, thank you for the day, God bless you. Right? And so no longer are you devoted in that thing because you feel like, well, yo, I'm good, God. Like you answer my prayer. I'm good. But now, because you took your eyes off of him, you feel like you're sinking. And God's like, immediately, I told you, I'm still here. I'm still here, Latanya. I'm still here, Danella Rashawn. I'm still here. I'm still here. But because you stopped meditating on my word, because you stopped spending time with me, because you've lost your relationship now is more valued in people. Your relationship is more valued in things. I'm coming from Matthew 14:25-31. Because your value is in other things and it's not with me, you've forgotten that I'm an overnight God. You forgot that I'm still here. You forgot that immediately. So now you're on that hamster wheel again, and you're like, God, I feel like I'm abandoned. God, I feel like I'm alone. God, I feel like, where are you? And he's like, still here. And so I'm just saying, cousins, I'm pleading with you. I'm pleading with you. This time, don't get back on the hamster wheel. Your suddenly is here immediately. Your suddenly is here right now. Go look again and see it. But this time, do yourself a favor. Don't get out of your routine with God. Don't get out of your relationship with God. Don't get out of your gratefulness with God. Don't get so comfortable that you put him on the sideline because you got your blessing. Because can I tell you something? You got to keep him. You got to still have God to help you maintain that thing. If not, what was supposed to be your blessing will now feel like a curse. When God gives you that blessing, when he gives you that relationship, when he gives you that business, when he gives you that healing, when he gives you those things, right? I'm not smart and clever enough to know how to maintain those things. I got to go to my business partner. God is my business partner. He's my life partner. He's my everything partner. So I got to stay with him in order for me to maintain that thing. Because God, this time I don't want to get back on that hamster wheel. I don't want to keep saying, God, save me. I want to walk. I want to walk in that thing. I want to walk in that peace. I want to walk in that concrete absoluteness that no weapons formed against me shall prosper. I want to walk in that. And in order for me to walk in that, y'all, I got to know that staying the course with him, it's about to get real good for you. Shauna, Shatora, bless thy favor. Charlene, hear me. It's about to get real good for you, Sonia. Van, I mean, y'all, it's gonna feel like you at the pinnacle. You're on the top of the world. You're gonna be like, woo. but you will mistakenly lose it. You will fumble the ball if you don't stay near the Father. You got to have him threaded in your life. You got to have him threaded in your life. That's our testimony. Y'all can put that in the chat. Put that in the class. Oh, it's about to get real good. It's about to be easier than I thought. It's about to get real good. But Father, I ask that as it gets real good, Father, I ask that you give me the wisdom. You give me the innate ability to stay close to you. I got to stay close to you. You won't depart from me, and I won't depart from you. My relationship with you is far too important. It's far too good. God, it's because of you that I even got this real good. God, it's because of you that I even got this healing. It's because of you that I got my mind to be whole and complete. God, it's because of you that I got my blessing on blessing on blessing. So wouldn't it behoove me? I know where my help come from. Listen, one day we were I think at dinner or something, and we had some friends, and they were provoking the baby girl in a funny way to say something against me, right? They were like, oh yeah, but your mama, I don't remember the specifics, but the baby girl would not say anything against me, baby. And I looked at them and I looked at her, I said, she know where her help comes from. She knows she got to stay near her mama. She know her mama is where she gets it. When she come to me, she say, mama, can I have, can I want, can I have? She know where her help comes from. Why would you not stay where your help comes from? Why would you depart from him? Why would you be like, all right, bet, thank you, that was good. And then now I got to come back to you when things aren't going my way. I got to come back to you when things get a little rough. I'm not promising you that the road will be easy. That is not what I'm promising you. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. As long as we're above ground and we're alive, life is going to life. But can I tell you, life's a lot easier. Easier in the sense that I can cast my cares on the Father. I can cast my cares on the Father. You know what I mean? So although it's gonna happen, things are gonna come. It gets easier because I can cast my worries on him. So I can sleep better at night because I know joy comes in the morning. I know that all I got to do is stand here. I don't have to fight a fight. Is this making sense to y'all, cousins? I hope it is. We can't fumble the relationship. We can't fumble the relationship with God. We cannot trade our relationship with God for his hand. Hey, God, you give me this. Thank you. Now, bye. I have never seen the righteous forsaken or their children begging for bread. I won't be one of those people that say, why does this keep happening to me, God, the same way? Why do I keep experiencing the same things? I choose now. I'm committed to staying with the Father and asking for godly wisdom because I don't want to repeat the same cycles. What was supposed to be a season will not be a cycle in my life. I will not keep returning to the same type of trauma, the same type of drama, the same type of conflict, the same type of things. I will not. I was talking to a friend yesterday. I was talking to Shori yesterday, and I said, you know how we break generational curses? It's a renewing of the mind. I decide. I get to change it. I used to end when I was dating, you know, I used to end relationships with like, oh, whatever, you know what I mean? You not good for me, bye, whatever. And then there will be conflict. You see that person, I don't fool with them, right? Or if I don't like them, you don't like them either. But I've decided that doesn't serve me. I don't want to live in this world with animosity. or bad vibes or bad feelings or any of those things. I've decided that, listen, you can go on and have a good life, a happy life, and I can wish you well. I can cheer you on, because what may not be good for me may be good for somebody else. But I don't want those type of conflicts in my life. I want to break that kind of stuff. And I want to teach my children how to properly communicate and how to properly dissolve and resolve things. And it does not have to come with strife. It does not have to come with animosity. It does not have to come with whatever, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to come with that. It can come with a simply, you can go your way and I can go mine, and I'm going to wish you high five. You know what I mean? I'm going to cheer you on because I want God's best for you. And in order for that to happen, I have to shift my mind so that now when my kids come to me, I can pass on now this new understanding. I don't want to have to respond amicable, cordial. Yes. I don't want to have to respond with a friend who crossed me, right? Or who I felt like stabbed me in the back. I don't want my response to be, girl, I don't fool with them kind of people. That's what they do, and blah, 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 blah. You know how we do. And let me tell y'all, this is what she did to me, so she gonna do it to you because that's just her character. That's just how people have things going on. I don't have to be your friend again. I don't have to do life with you. But you know what I can do for myself? I can end that relationship amicable. Girl, listen, you know what? It's me. Like I know that there's some places I'm going and there's some things that I'm dealing with, and I'm going to take some time for me to heal. Right? Like I'm going to wish you the best, and I'm going to go on. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to wish you the best and I'm going to go on. It didn't happen, or it didn't like work the way I planned it or the way I wanted it to, and I'm okay with that. But I want peace in my life. I want peace in my life. I don't want to have to go to bed thinking about, girl, what did I say wrong? Oh, no, they wronged me. So now my heart is full of animosity. My heart is full of contentment. My heart is full of malice, and it's full of anger, and it's full of, oh, they did this to me. Now my heart is full of blame, and my heart is full of being a victim, and my heart is full of all this stuff. How you gonna sleep with all that? How you gonna get that rest? Peace. You have to create it. So I've decided. I've been done decided. I'm deciding that no longer, right? They're no longer eating at my table, but I wish them to eat. And for me, I'm not talking about for y'all, but for me, that's how I create peaceful situations and peaceful lives. So when I see you on the street, how you doing? All right, going on. And that's that. I just know that in this place in life, amen, thank you. I know that in this place in life that we're asking God for rest. We're asking God for peace. We're asking God to bless us. We're asking God to do these things. And God has said, I already did it immediately. He said, I already did it immediately. But you have so many blockages in your heart. You have, excuse me, you have so many blockages in your mind. You have so much outside noise that you got distracted. And you let the wind tell you otherwise. You want peace, you have peace. Create it. We've talked about this before. We've talked about creating the atmosphere. Setting the tone and setting the atmosphere. I'm practicing daily setting the atmosphere and not letting anybody or anything, just because you mad don't mean I gotta be mad. Just because you in a down mood don't mean I gotta be in a down mood. You know what I mean? Just because my joy is not predicated on how you feel. I'm not going to be moved by what you have going on. I'm going to set the atmosphere. Yesterday, my very specific prayer. God wants us to be specific, y'all. He can work with that. He can work with specificity. My specific prayer was, God, I want to have joy and peace. I'll take the happiness too. Because I understand that the word happiness comes from, I believe, a Greek word that says happen. And so it's contingent on something happening, whether or not I will be happy. But joy says I'm joyful whether it's good or whether it's not. I'm joyful whether I get my way or whether I not. I still have joy. Peace says, God, that I'm not going to be disrupted. I'm not going to be dismayed. I'm not going to be disgruntled. I have peace because I know that you're with me. Happiness say I get them little sparks and them little moments, them little firecracker moments. And so I want them all, God. Now, I'm not saying, I understand, God, that listen, there's going to be things that happen, and I'm not going to always be happy. I'm cool with that. At 40 years of age, I think I've lived enough life to understand that it's not going to always be peaches and cream. But God, if I'm going to be specific, I want joy, peace, and happiness. You know what I mean? Like I want what you said I can have. You said that I can have a peace that surpasses all understanding. You said that you'll give me a joy and a rest beyond what I can imagine. And so I want all three. And sometimes we say, well, I want to be modest. And so God, just any way you bless me, I'll be satisfied. God, I want all three. Because sometimes when I did take my eye off of you, and let's be honest, because I do get distracted. We all get distracted. Sometimes when I take my eyes off of you and I have to come back to my senses, like the prodigal son, I have to come back to my senses and be like, oh, all I gotta do is focus my eyes. But in the interim of that, God, like sometimes that happiness, I do need that. Because when I take my eyes off of you, if I'm real, it leads me to really dull, really like fragile moments. It leads me to places where I feel like I'm all alone, and you know what that spiraling thing will feel like. So God, if I can have a dose of that happiness to remind me, God, if you can send me a sign that you're with me, if you can send me a remembrance that you're with me. God is good. I'm done, y'all. I'm done. It was a quick class, but I want to make sure that two things. You understand that you're not waiting on God. He did it immediately. It's here. It's immediately. Your eyes just have to see it. And you have to get into a place of gratitude. God, I thank you. And then the last thing is, don't fumble it. Don't fumble your relationship with him. That one blessing is not worth you fumbling your relationship with God. I will never exchange that financial breakthrough for my relationship with God. He's the source. I know where my help comes from. So I want to stay attached to him. Because in that attachment, I don't just get his hand, I get his face. I get relationship with him. Because, baby, all the money in the world won't help you sleep at night when your mind is all discombobulated. You know what I mean? So my prayer for you guys today is that as you receive your suddenly, as you receive your breakthrough, as you receive your immediately, that your eyes are open for you to see that you are literally in an answered prayer. Right now, today, you're in an answered prayer. It may not be the prayer that you prayed yesterday, but I promise you, if you go back and you look, and you remember what your prayer was and what your ask was, you're in an answered prayer. And so my prayer is that your eyes are open, that you receive God in all of his fullness, that you move to a place of gratitude instead of attitude, that you move to a place of gratitude instead of attitude, and that you don't fumble your relationship with God. He's far more important. I can't share it yet, Kendall. I'm waiting for some things to be finalized. Oh, but baby, when I share it, we're going to be doing something. We're going to be doing the Tootsie Roll. We're going to be doing the Tootsie Roll up in this thing. And I want to hear your good news too, because I know it's here. I love y'all. Tomorrow is Friday. It's pep rally. It's pep rally. It's pep rally. I love y'all. Go and be well. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy all of God's goodness and mercy, because he is with you immediately. It's one thing he does. He don't lie. He's not man that he shall lie. He said you got it, and you got it immediately. All right. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow for pep rally. Bye. Bye.